Hello, this is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a giant mushroom with cardstock paper and cardboard boxes. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. I'll also be linking all the supplies along the template below the video. The template will only be for the ridges that go below the mushroom top, and I have two different versions. You could have them cut on your Cricut, Silhouette, or other cutting machines, or you could print it out and hand cut for those that don't have a cutting machine. I usually like to cut one with the cutting machine and then use it as my stencil to cut the rest by hand. You'll need a total of 36, and you could do more or less depending on how full you want it on the bottom. I'm using an off-white cardstock paper that's text weight, which is 65 pounds, and cut increments of 5 at a time and cut a total of 36. I'm also cutting the other version and also with a total of 36. I also have the small paper mushroom tutorial and template that I'll be linking below, which is made differently from these giant ones. The giant mushrooms are perfect for backdrops, window displays for retail stores, birthday parties, wedding backdrops, and so much more. This version we fold in half and take the bottom corners and fold them back. I also do this in increments of 5 and fold all 36 of these. Take one of them and fold it down, and take another one and fold it down, and have it ready while we glue the corner tabs we folded and glue the other piece on top, and do the same thing to all 36 of them in a stack. When you are done with stacking and gluing all of them, you could open it up and connect the ends together. Then flip it over on the flat side and cut this circle shape and glue that to the flat side of the ridges. Then flip it over again and check every 4 and glue it down. You don't have to go through each one to glue it down, but maybe every other one should be good enough. Next is back to the other version of the mushroom. This version will be the mushroom with a more rounded mushroom top, and the ridges will look like this from the first look. like a square shape, and we fold it in half from the corners. And there's a small rectangle tab on one side that you will need to fold back. And do this also in increments of 5 and fold a total of 36. And again, you could do more or less depending on how full you need the bottom to look. I will also be making this rounded top mushroom shorter, so you may not see the ridge detail at all, while the other one I'll be making will be taller, so you'll see more of this detail on the bottom. So these ridges are optional depending on how tall you want your mushroom. Glue all the tabs in the stack and connect at the end. Next will be the rounded top of the mushroom and the mushroom stem. I make them out of shipping boxes. I used a 20 by 20 by 20 shipping box and cut strips about 2 inches or so wide. The first part will be building the mushroom top. Shape out the strips so it curves and measure around the ridges and use masking tape to tape down the ends. And if you need more, you could cut a small piece from the other strips to connect the whole circle. Then shape the strip again and make one go down the middle of the circle, and it should also slightly curve up the amount of the ridges curve. Then continue to use masking tape and attach them to the circle base, and cut off the extra strip on the ends when you measure them out to the ridges. Then do the same going across perpendicular to the first one. Then do another one going between, crisscrossing. Then taking masking tape and add some in between each strip on the wider side. Then tape down to cover this whole top. And I am using this thicker masking tape, which helps cover up faster. Do the same thing to the rounder version of the mushroom top. Make the circle base on the bottom and the curved strips going across the circle. And it should be more rounder than the first one that we made. And cover up with masking tape also. Then take matte Mod Podge and cover up the whole taped area. I'll be linking this Mod Podge below. And take white tissue paper and cover with Mod Podge on top of the tissue paper also. This is similar to paper mache, so if you want to DIY your own glue, you could also do that, but I like to use this matte Mod Podge, and it takes about a few hours to dry, but I let it dry for 24 hours, and we'll be coming back to work on this tomorrow. When everything is dried, you can take acrylic paint, and I used this red color and painted the top only for both the mushroom tops. Then, when the paint is dried, you can take tissue paper and ball them up and glue around the top. I also glue down the ridges to the matching top, and if the box strips are exposed on the bottom and the ridges don't cover up, you could also add masking tape on the bottom side before adding your ridges to clean up the look. If you are making shorter mushrooms again, you don't need to finish the bottom side if you feel like no one will see it. I am making one taller than me just to show you how tall you can make it. So I will be securing the ridges by gluing every other ridge to the mushroom top as well, so it is fully secured. The next part is the mushroom stem, and I'm using the box strips also and round out one of them to connect. This will be the bottom of the stem, so you could make them wider or smaller depending on how wide you want your mushroom stem. I just used one whole strip that was 20 inches, then connect the 2 strips on the outside of the circle and keep these straight strips. Then add another circle on the top side and connect those long straight strips onto this top circle. And add another 2 perpendicular to the first 2 straight pieces. If you want the mushroom short, you can just keep it this length. But I will be doing an extra tall one, so I will be adding another strip around the circle area so it does overlap the strips, and connect on the top side even taller with another circle. You will then finish this off by taping it all down like the mushroom top and adding the tissue paper with Mod Podge and letting it dry. You could go back and paint it white or off-white if necessary, but the white tissue paper was already white, so I'm just going to keep it like this. And when you have the stems ready, you could add the mushroom top over the stem, and these will pair so well with other paper flowers for backdrops for events. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.